We currently have a unit in which the PCB is from TCL, and now you will be informed about the meaning of the errors appearing on it and the reasons behind them. And now, look, I have turned on the unit, and shortly an error will appear on it. Look, the error has appeared, and it is an E1 error. What causes this error? Let me explain it to you in detail. Now you can see that I have removed the cover of the indoor unit. Since the E1 error is related to the indoor unit, whenever there is a fault in its PCB, it will display the E1 error. The main component that is likely to malfunction is the room temperature sensor. This is the connector, and inside it is the room temperature sensor. Let me take it out and show you. Here it is. The one on the right side is the room temperature sensor. It is installed on the evaporator of the indoor unit. You should check it because if it is open, short-circuited, or damaged, it will immediately trigger the E1 error. Similarly, if the PCB is faulty, it will also immediately display the error. In this case, remove the PCB and check if 5 volts are coming to the point where this sensor is installed. If 5 volts are present, the PCB is fine, and the sensor itself could be defective. In this case, replace the sensor, and the error will be resolved. Now let's talk about the resistance value of the room temperature sensor and what it should be. The current room temperature is 19.8 degrees, so we will check it accordingly. When we test it, it shows a resistance value of 6.15 kiloohms, which means this is its value at 20 degrees. The unit's display is showing an E2 error. Let me give you the complete details about this error. This is also an indoor unit fault, so let's open the cover of the indoor unit and explain the issue to you. Now, once again, we have opened the unit because the E2 error is also related to the indoor unit. This error is also caused by a sensor fault, specifically the pipe coil sensor. If this sensor is not positioned correctly or not properly installed in its place, it can trigger the E2 error. Similarly, if the sensor is short-circuited or open, it will also show this error. This is the pipe and the sensor is installed inside it. It needs to be fixed onto this pipe. Let me show you how it is fixed. This is how it is properly positioned. The function of this sensor is to sense the temperature of the indoor evaporator and send signals to the outdoor and indoor units so that the temperature can be maintained. Just like I explained earlier, check the sensor points to see if 5 volts are present. If 5 volts are there, it confirms that the sensor itself is faulty. In that case, replacing the sensor will resolve the issue. Now, let's check the resistance value of the pipe coil sensor to determine what it should be. The current temperature here is 19.5 degrees, so we will check its value accordingly. When we test it, it shows a resistance value of 6.16 kiloohms. If you are also getting this value, it means the sensor is working fine. Click on the left or right thumbnail to watch our next videos, and subscribe. Thank you.